Hey everybody, welcome back. Today, I'm angry. These last few days, I've been so irrationally angry. And really, part of it is content isn't doing as well as I would like. But that's not really your fault. It's not really anybody's fault, but my own and maybe YouTube's. But no, really, the big reason, the big reason, Regulation C right now, at least right now, I'm sure, maybe in a week or two, I'll get like a good foothold and I'll feel better about it. But right now, Regulation C is driving me up the wall. It feels like one of the most unforgiving formats that we have had in a while. And I just wanted to, make a little rant, get it off my chest. I had already been planning to make this video, but this morning I was like, oh, I'm still not in Master Ball because I've played 15 games and I can't seem to get out of Ultra Ball because Regulation C is a mess. Let me just do that really quick and I'll record the footage and use it in the background of the video I want to make, which I am doing. It is the footage that you're watching right now. At least some of it. I was recording for some of it because I forgot to start recording. So here's some footage of me losing mostly because I just can't get a handle on what I'm supposed to be doing in the best of one part of Regulation C. I'm sure the best of three is a little bit better because it's easier to know what to expect. But today, so many months into Scarlet and Violet, I lost to a weak Armor Rouge team. First of all, Armor Rouge is supposed to be dead, and I'm sure that it actually is, but here we are in Ultra Ball of the Regulation C ladder. They lead Iron Bundle Armor Rouge, and because I haven't seen it in a while, my brain doesn't immediately go, oh, they're going to flip turn out. No, they flip turn out, and they absolutely destroy me and wreck my face, and I feel like an idiot. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to talk about Regulation C and why it feels so frustrating to me. As everybody knows, the global challenge was this past weekend, and I played about 30 games. Didn't get to play all my games, didn't have time, had to go to work, you know how it is. And I almost broke 1700 at one point, and then Regulation C decided that I was just going to play the most ridiculous stuff and not have any chance of winning because I just couldn't do anything about it. I just didn't call it on Team Preview, didn't bring anything to do anything about it. That's the nature of best of one formats, but this format in particular feels so much more unforgiving than a lot of other best of one formats. My favorite best of one format, by the way, is Sword and Shield's Series 7, I'm pretty sure. Right after the it was after the Crown Tundra DLC, but we didn't have, or was it? Yeah, it was after the Crown Tundra DLC, but we didn't have any of the legendaries allowed yet. So we had Regieleki, and that was pretty much the biggest addition from Crown Tundra besides Metagross, whatever. I really enjoyed playing Gigantamax Colossal in that format. It felt like a really balanced format. It was a fun format. We got to do it twice. But it didn't last. Then we had to play with restricted Pokemon, and those were also very unforgiving formats. But Regulation C in particular feels really unforgiving, just because the things hit so hard, for lack of better phrasing. In Series 2, things already hit so hard. Your Fluttermanes, your Iron Bundles, and your Mouse Ape stuff, they already hit so hard. And now we have Pokemon that make them hit harder. Literally the function of Chien-Pao and Chi-Yu is just to make these Pokemon hit harder, while also hitting really hard themselves. Chi-Yu is 135 special attack. That's legendary, that's like restricted Pokemon levels of special attack. Chien-Pao, I'm pretty sure, has 135 attack. That is restricted Pokemon levels of attack. And obviously they're not as bulky as restricted Pokemon, but if you move first, it might as well be, you might as well be facing down a Calyrex Ice or like a Groudon or something, because that's how hard they hit. In fact, I want to say that Groudon's attack stat is not that high. I'm not going to look it up. I don't feel like looking it up. And maybe it's 135. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's 150. I don't think it is, but coming off of Chien-Pao with its ability, it might as well be a Groudon smacking you in the face, because it just hits that hard. And that makes the format, at least for best of ones, like I'm sure for best of 3, like it's probably a little bit better. I don't have the time to play in best of 3 tournaments. They take so many hours, and I work, and I have a wife, and I like to spend time with my wife, and it's just not responsible for me to play in tours like that, just because I just don't have the time. I can't do it. So I'm stuck playing best of ones. And maybe this is a unique problem for me as a content creator, because a lot of other content creators do have the free time to play in these things. But since it's best of 1, and you don't have time to like understand your opponent's team, if you make a small mistake, everything in this format hits so hard that you are not going to recover from that mistake. And that was that's kind of like what my experience was all weekend, and trying to get to Master Ball just now. I didn't even make it. I played, how many games did I play? I played like 6 games, and I still didn't make it to Master Ball from Ultra Ball. Now, given I started with an empty meter, but like that's still only, you need like I think it's 4 wins in a row. Maybe I played more than 6 games. I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit. My point is that Chi-Yu and Chien-Pao make the format hit so much harder than it does in Series 2 that if you make a little mistake, your opponent's just going to steamroll you, because you lose like the one mon you couldn't afford to lose. You take just like a tiny bit amount of damage more than you needed to, and you just lose. Or, I don't know, you miss like an Icy Wind, and now you don't have speed, and you lose a mon, and now there's no way you're going to make it back. Or you get like randomly burned from like Chi-Yu Heat Wave or something. You know what I mean? There's a lot of variance too, because a lot of these moves do have like an extra chance to do stuff. Especially like Iron Bundle, like randomly freezing things. By the way, I played 30 games this weekend with Blizzard.team, and I got 1 freeze. 1 freeze the whole weekend, 30 games. I got 1 freeze. And it didn't even matter. It didn't even help me win. How ridiculous. And then on the flip side of that, right, we have Pokemon like Ting-Lu. Ting-Lu is a terrifying Pokemon. I played matches this weekend where Ting-Lu clicked Fissure 4 times and took 4 KOs, and I lost the game, and I couldn't do anything about it. And that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, I'm sure in a best of 3 format it'd be better, but I've been playing best of ones. And Regulation C best of ones, where Ting-Lu clicks Fissure and takes KOs on multiple of your Pokemon without missing any Fissures, are ridiculous. That does not feel like a deserved win for your opponent. It feels like you didn't deserve to lose that game. And maybe you didn't. I don't know. It's the nature of the game that we're playing right now. Why does Ting-Lu learn Fissure? It's a Pokemon that sits on the field for so many turns because it's so bulky. It has 140 base HP, which is a ridiculous amount of HP. It has so much defense. Its ability lowers the special attack of the opposing of all the other Pokemon on the field. You can give it an Assault Vest. It might as well have a gigantic special defense stat. Ridiculous. And I know people are only actually running Fissure so they can get the double base power or Stomping Tantrum. But, no. Why? Just why? I want to scream. And, in fact, I have screamed many times over the course of this weekend. A great many primal screams have come out of me. And I would do it right now, but literally it will peak my microphone and you probably won't even hear it because I screamed that loudly. I am concerned that my neighbors think that somebody is being murdered in my apartment. That is how visceral the screams I have made this weekend were. I just, man. I really, really hope that I can get myself to a team that feels good to use and doesn't just lose and is a little bit more forgiving for me to play soon. Because if I don't, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm already questioning everything about myself as a Pokemon player. I'm already questioning everything about myself as like a content creator. I'm at a loss. And, you know, that's not really your fault, but I just wanted to have a little bit of an angry rant about it because I'm so frustrated. This format is so unforgiving. Things are either so bulky that if you like make a mistake, you'll never be able to KO them, or they hit so hard that if you make a mistake, you'll never be able to catch up to them. They will just steamroll you. I just want to have fun, and I feel like I'm not having fun. Even if I win, it feels like it was a hassle and a half for me to win that game because I had to dodge so many opportunities where I could have like missed an attack or something that it was just stressful and I didn't have a good time. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just make more ranting videos until I can figure out like what I'm doing. But what do I rant about? Because if I'm not playing the game, then what do I rant about? I don't know. That's just... Does anybody else feel this way? Am I crazy to be angry at Regulation C? Are any other content creators out there struggling to find a foothold in Regulation C and their content's not doing good, so they feel like maybe it's because they're bad at Regulation C, but like maybe it's just YouTube is being stupid and not like pushing your content to the right people, or maybe just there's too much Pokemon content and everybody just wants to watch their favorite people and they are not open to watching you anymore. Maybe too many people are playing and they feel like they're playing so much that they can't watch Pokemon content, because I feel like that sometimes. Gosh, this has kind of become a video about a lot more things than just Regulation C, but I don't know if I've put my thoughts into like a proper place. Do you understand what I'm saying? Regulation C feels like one of the most unforgiving formats that we've had in a very long time. Probably, I mean, Series 13 was very unforgiving, but it was just kind of like a fun format. Like, it didn't actually matter for anything. Series 12 was also very unforgiving, but I feel like we as a community found ways to make it less unforgiving for ourselves pretty quickly. And we have not done that for Regulation C. Fissure Ting Lu is not going anywhere. There is not a great way to counter Fissure Ting Lu besides just protecting every time you think they're going to click Fissure or playing flying types that are immune. Because, like, I guess Sturdy makes you immune to Oko moves, but all the Sturdy Pokemon are ass. They suck. They're bad. The best one is maybe Donphan that we have right now. And who's gonna go play Donphan? Donphan, I mean, sorry if you're a Donphan lover, but Donphan is like not a good Pokemon. It's like an okay Pokemon. Maybe you can do something with it if you squint, but like it's not, it doesn't do anything. Like, the only reason Great Tusk is good is because it gets Headlong Rush. It would not be good if it didn't get Headlong Rush. Iron Treads is literally faster Great Tusk that hits a little bit less harder, and it's not good because it doesn't get Headlong Rush. It even resists Flutter Mane. It can take attacks from Flutter Mane because it's Steel type. It's just not good because it doesn't get Headlong Rush. So nobody's going to play Donphan. Donphan doesn't get Headlong Rush. Sure, it's immune to Fissure, but who cares? Who cares? Because they're going to click Fissure into you, and the move's going to fail because of Sturdy, and then next turn, they're going to click double base power Stomping Tantrum anyway. That was a lot. I'm sorry. Let me tell you about some of the things I played this weekend, because maybe that'll help. Yesterday I lost to... It was... They led Fluttermane Chiyu. And when people lead Fluttermane Chiyu, you look at it and you think, okay, I can just, like... Normally, I was playing the Blizzard team. I can just click Icy Wind, click Earthquake with the Great Tusk, KO both of these Pokemon comfortably, right? No. No. This team had other plans for me. They protected their Chiyu, which is fine, whatever. At least I'll KO the Fluttermane. The Fluttermane lives Icy Wind plus Terra Ground Earthquake. I am not intimidated or anything. So they just live that. They EV'd and lived that. That's insane. They set up Trick Room with their Fluttermane. And the next turn, they switched to Doxbun and Lava Plume. And, you know, obviously this Chiyu is some sort of power item because it's slower than me. It's slower than my Great Tusk, who is not, like, max speed investment. It clicks Lava Plume. It gives the Doxbun +2 defense and KOs my Iron Bundle. What do I do? What do I do? I can't take out this Doxbun anymore. It's a +2 defense. Next turn, they Lava Plume again. They go up to +4 defense, and they click Substitute. I can't do anything to this Doxbun. It just sweeps literally sweeps my team with Body Press. Ridiculous. Stupid. How was I ever going to think that they led Fluttermane Chiyu and they clicked Trick Room? And I got punished for it. And I mean, I guess, you know, props to them for making this strategy because it worked and it drove me insane and it made me so angry because all I wanted to do was break 1,700 points in the Global Challenge. And I couldn't do that because I'm sitting here losing to this other Fluttermane who, yes, I was at -1, but they took 25% from a Terra Ground Earthquake. How much defense do you need to run to take 25% from an Adamant Terra Ground Earthquake from Great Tusk at -1? I don't know, but it's a lot. Sorry. Those are just some examples. There were other things. Just this morning, and maybe that footage will make it into the video, I lost to Baby Doll Eyes Mouse Hold. Literally, I was about to get into Master Ball, and I lost to Baby Doll Eyes Mouse Hold plus Annihilate. Which is not that weird, but it's not something that I've ever played against before, because nobody else has ever thought, oh, let me do that. Great. It worked. It worked. Congratulations. But, man, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. And maybe that's maybe that's the thing with this format. Maybe it just doesn't feel good. Because it's so unforgiving and everything hits so hard or is so bulky that you can't do anything about it sometimes. I don't know. I think that's the end of my rant. I think I've said enough. Hopefully you understand. Hopefully you watch the video and you hear the words and you agree. If you do agree, let me know down in the comments. What do you think about Regulation C? Do you think it's a bad format? Do you think that we are sad that we're playing this format through Worlds? I think this format goes all the way through Worlds. Maybe not. Maybe it's only through like U.S. Nationals or something. It's not called Nationals, is it? I don't remember. I can't remember right now. My brain is fried. If you like the video, guys, leave me a like. Consider subscribing if you'd like to hear more rant-style content or you want to see me build these ridiculous best-of-1 teams to destroy people on the ladder, similarly to the stuff I've been losing, because I'm at the point where I'm probably just going to start playing a bunch of cheese teams until I feel good about the format. I don't know. If you want to see that, subscribe. Like I said, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about Regulation C. How did your global challenge run go? Did you play ridiculous things? Tell me, like, the most ridiculous thing you played against that you lost to. With that, everybody, my name's Andrew. I'll catch you guys next time.